Hi everyone, in this video I'll talk about tuples. What are tuples and how can we use them? So tuples are just like a list to store multiple types of data, and if you don't know what lists are, I recommend you watch my last video where I explained what lists are and how can we use them. So tuples are just like lists to store multiple types of data, but with tuples you can't, once you make a tuple and put data inside of it, you can't really add or delete the data inside that tuple. So where can we use tuples? One place we can use tuple is to store sensitive data such as passwords or usernames where we want to keep them safe and we don't want anybody to play with them. And now let's go over how to make a tuple, and I have an example for you guys right here. I have a list and I have a tuple right here, and to make a tuple you just need just like list, but you need two parentheses instead of square brackets, and I assigned that tuple to a variable called usernames and this list to numbers, variable called numbers. And I have a couple examples for you guys here to show you why you can't add, delete, or change the data inside the list. Inside the tuple, sorry. So in here I have example to show you how to add data to the list, and as you can see I have two print statement right here that print the tuple and the list to the console, and if we run it, as you can see, it prints Albert, John, and Adam, and 1, 2, and 3. That's the list, and that's the tuple right here. And if we do this, if we write this code, numbers.append 5, this right here adds 5 to the list. So if we print the numbers, if we print the list again, you're gonna see that 5 got added to that list. So now it's 1, 2, 3, and 5. But if we do the same to the tuple, if we say usernames dot append and we give it a value, let's say J, it's gonna give us an error right here. If we run it, it's gonna say tuple object has no attribute append. Okay, as you can see, tuple do not support append, so you cannot add elements to the tuple. Once you make it, you can't add any elements to it. Okay, and to show you guys you can change element inside the tuple, I have an example right here to show you how to change elements inside a list right here. And if we uncomment this and run it, you will see that the data inside this changed. So now the one, we changed the element at index 0, so the one got changed to hello. If we change the 1 to hello, as we print it to the console, as you can see, it says hello instead of 1. And if we try to do that with a tuple, if we say username and then we give it the index, let's say 0, if we try to change Albert, because Albert at index 0, if we try to change it to let's say J, and we run it, it's going to give us another error. It says tuple object does not support item assignment. So as you can see, tuple do not support item assignment, so you can't change the data inside a tuple. And also to prove to you guys that you can't change, you can delete the elements inside a tuple. Right here I have an example of how to delete elements inside a list, and right here this code right here deletes the first element inside the list, which is not hello at index 0, which is the 2, because the 2 at index 1. So if we run this, it will delete the 2. As you can see, the 2 is gone, is no longer in the list. And then if you try to do this also to the tuple, we say delete, and we say usernames, and we try to index, let's say the first one, delete the first element, 0, which is Albert. This is the first one. If you try to do this, it's going to give us an error. It says tuple object does not support item deletion, and this means tuple do not support deletion. You can't delete from the tuple or change or add element to the tuple. So simply tuples are not mutable. You cannot you can't change them. On the other hand, lists are more flexible and more mutable. And also I want to mention one more thing, guys. In the last video, somebody asked me, what is this right here? This is a comment. Anything in here is a comment. Once you write the hashtag symbol, anything after it is a comment. Like this line is commented, so this line do not Python do not execute this line. This line is just for you to read if you want to point something out in your program, if you want to mention something in your program for later review. So you can do it like this. You simply just put the hashtag, and then you write whatever you want. So for example, this is a comment, and when you run it, as you can see, Python just ignores this because this is just a comment for you. Alright, thank you guys. This is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you later.